Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Quick 60. Today I'm going to start going over the last division to go over with you, which is the AFC East, and we're going to start with the New York Jets. So some veteran additions that they have this year are Tevin Coleman, which I really don't like. I don't think he's very good. Corey Davis, which he had a one-year kind of wonder year with the Titans, so we'll see how he does with the Jets. Keelan Cole from the Jags, Tyler Croft, Morgan Moses, Dan Feeney, Carl Lawson, I think is a good pickup. Vinny Curry, Sheldon Rankins, that's a really good pickup. Gerard Davis from the Lions, linebacker. We'll see, he's a first-round pick. He hasn't lived up to the hype, so we'll see what happens with him. And LaMarcus Joyner. So some key losses that the Jets had this offseason were Sam Darnold, of course, going to the Panthers, Brashard Perryman, Henry Anderson, Jordan Jenkins, Brian Poole was a big one, and Bradley McDougald as well. So, they came in, brought in Saleh from the 49ers to be their head coach this year. I think he's going to make a lot of improvements, but, there's only so much improvements that you can make with a roster. It takes time to build a championship team. So, while they went 2-14 last year, they're going to make improvements this year. They're still going to finish last in the division. They drafted real well. They obviously were trying to tank for Trevor. Ended up beating the Rams, I believe, and so they ended up getting the second overall pick, and they picked Zach Wilson, which I'm not really a fan of, but we'll see what happens with him. They also got Vera Tucker, the guard, so they're going to help. Their offensive line is going to be better, as well as their defensive line. They also got Elijah Moore, which I'm really big on, fantasy-wise and future-wise. Maybe not necessarily this year, the first 8 to 10 weeks of the season, but later on in the season, as well as next year for dynasty drafts, I think Elijah Moore is a really good player. A.J. Brown said that, hey, Elijah Moore is better than me, so that's saying a lot from A.J. Brown. And Michael Carter, from North Carolina, I think he's okay. It's just that the Jets don't really have any good running backs right now, so I think by default that he'll be pretty good as well. So, it's going to be really interesting to see how Mike LaFleur, the offensive coordinator of the Jets, uses Zach Wilson this year, his first year, if it's going to be more to his strengths. I know that they said that he's a huddle guru study guy, and he's in the books, in the playbook, and, he's really smart, so we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, the offensive line, they got Connor McGovern back. They got Morgan Moses, and like I said, they got Becton as well at tackle, so that's going to help them a lot. But their issues are at running back. They have Perine starting, and then Tevin Coleman and Michael Carter. I don't like Perine. I don't like Coleman. So Michael Carter, hopefully he's something special for the Jets, because otherwise they really don't have any good running backs to me. And then receivers, they have improvement of receivers, even though they lost Perryman. They haven't had anybody that proves themselves yet. Denzel Mims, he was hurt. He had a lot of hype. He hasn't lived up to that hype yet. Corey Davis, he's supposed to be their stud, their wide receiver one. He had one good year. He was either hurt or he would get 30 yards this game, 15 yards the next game, and then he'd break open for 100 yards in another game. So we'll see if he can stay consistent. And I really like Jamison Crowder. I think he's going to be their dependable receiver. And then also, like I said, I like Elijah Moore. I think he's going to sneak into the starting role eventually, especially if Mims can't live up to the hype. And also anticipate that the Jets' defense is going to be better, especially with Saleh, their new head coach, being a defensive-minded defensive coordinator from the 49ers. So I think that their defense is definitely going to improve. They got Carl Lawson. They have Williams still. They also added Sheldon Rankins. C.J. Mosley will also be back. He opted out from COVID last year, so that'll be a huge addition, and along with Gerard Davis. And you still have Marcus May. He's one of the top 10 safeties in the league at safety. So their defense will improve. I think that they're going to stay close in some games, even with Zach Wilson, being a rookie and making some mistakes. I have them going 4-13 this year, finishing in 4th place in the AFC East, but making improvements and making strides to get better every day. Guys, if you like my page, please subscribe down below. Until next time, peace.